Hello, I am Daniel. I'm going to take off my hat and get comfortable with y'all. I don't even know who I'm talking to. And I just want to breathe, be. This has been a great day for me. It's been really just calming, some weird reason, with these awesome tan lines that I got. But I've been in Taos, New Mexico for over 2 months, 2.5 months, 2.5 months. And I think this place has changed me. And the way it has is like slowing me down. And one thing I think the desert does, and it's a mountainy desert, is it slows you down. Like there's like a feeling during the day of like having to be in. Like I haven't wanted to do nothing because of the heat before. There's no air conditioning here, which is in a weird way a blessing because it's slowing me down. If I had air conditioning, I could act like I normally do, right? When we're separate from the elements, we're separate really from the earth, and we're separate from ourselves because we're not connected to what's actually happening. Like we have heaters, and I'm not saying I don't have heaters and things, but we act in the winter like it's still summer, and we don't act in the flow, right? This is why we plant in the spring, harvest in the fall, and the summer is when we get stuff done, but not as much because that's the flow. Winter, you rest, right, and go inside. But when you have the lights, and you have heat, and you have all these things that basically make you cheat. And I'm not saying there's a balance, but knowing the seasons is really important. But the summer season has never been as real than when I lived out here. And I don't know why that is. Well, one, no air conditioning. And also there's a flow with that, right? In the summer, really morning, night would be your times of doing stuff. And you'd rest during the day. In Mexico, they have that, right? That's set up. And that's really natural in a lot of ways. You hear the birds chirping really early in the morning. You see a very aliveness at the night, but in the middle of the day, it's more just chilling. It's not the time, unless it's cool, unless it's fall or spring. So right now, if you're feeling like resting and being still and doing less, like that's natural, especially during the day. It's unnatural to be consistent. And all the time I've spent looking at mountains and being still, or even listening to a highway road, life doesn't have consistency. It's not really natural. Things changing, and there's some consistency, right? Or really things are constantly changing around you. Or we have to find our stillness within the moving parts of everything going around us. And I think this time of summer is a great time to find that center. I know for me, I've found much of it by following what feels good. And much of what's felt good in the last 3 months has been doing nothing. And I still go, I help teenagers that are foster children in a shelter, and I go help homeless people. But other than that, like it's very centered. And this time is helping us find that center. It really I was watching a survival show with my beautiful girlfriend, Hannah, who can hear this. So this is why I'm saying this out loud. And really in a survival situation, you're just getting through the times, right? You're getting through the steps. And you're just getting to the end. And when we break down, especially in this COVID pandemic time, really we're down to survival, right? There's not much you can do. You're not going out. I mean, you might be going out, you can go hiking, you can go do outdoor things, but you're really kind of just getting through the days. But like, my question is why isn't that enough? Like, why isn't just surviving life enough? And I think there's I think there's also us that want to follow our passions and what makes us joyful, right? But we can do that just in our homestead, in our small space. We don't need nearly as much as we think we do. The things we think will make us happy aren't going to. It's always something else. Always something else. Always being somewhere else. And I fell into this trap a million times. Always going after the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. Like thinking, well, what am I going to do later? What am I working towards? I'm like, right now, I'm like really okay with being where I'm at and just milking that. Like you set it up. It's summer. You set up your thing. Set. And then we get to enjoy what we set up. But I think we forget to enjoy what we set up. Instead, we're always trying to make it somewhere else. And it excites me just to be here, like in this energy of just this. And I know things are going to change. It's just the natural way of everything, right? I'm still going to get up and go to my job and do the things that I love to do. But the simpleness is enough. What are these things far away? And I'm feeling this more and more after this time that, like, us or just being here is enough. Like, you don't have to accomplish anything. There's nothing to accomplish. There's nowhere to go. Where are you going? Like, what is the plan for? And with COVID, there's no plan, right? Everything is kind of up in the air. And it's driving people nuts because they're not good at that. And that's okay. Just love to that, but it's crazy. And one of the sayings I hear a lot is, we want this to be over. It's not going to be over. Nothing will be the same. Nothing will ever be the same. That is a constant. So trying to go back or thinking it will be, like, experiences change us. That's why they're great. And this is a great growth experience. It's going to change everyone. But why would you want to go back to the way you were? Is that what you want? I know I was running around, working too much, doing too many things, making too many commitments, trying to get somewhere, trying to accomplish so many more things, trying to create businesses like it was, I had to make it. Like, do we want to go back to that way of being? Hi, Hannah. You're in the video.
That's why you need I Don't Give a Fuck coaching.
Ruining my video.
That's step 1 of I Don't Give a Fuck coaching. Well, actually, step 2 if you include the intro he did, but ruin what someone else does. Okay, bye.
What? Don't give a fuck coaching? Oh, change this, you. Do you hear the change coming? We're deleting this video.
Why?